So this is part 2 of our video where we're creating a thesis statement after reading a writing prompt. So now we are going to develop our own thesis statement before writing for the CAHSEE. We've read the prompt, where we understand that we're looking for the qualities and characteristics of good leadership. So if you're watching the video, pause it and come up with 10 of your own qualities and characteristics of what you think makes a good leader. So after you pause the video, you should have come up with something like this. I have 10 different qualities and characteristics of what makes a good leader. And now I begin establishing my criteria for my thesis statement. I'm using MrJeffrey.com, and I'm using the bottom portion of this handout looking at the steps for writing a thesis statement. So we've already looked over our pre-writing or brainstorm notes. Now we're establishing our criteria or guidelines. We can only, and we should only, come up with 1 to 3. Then those become our body paragraphs. So I'm going to choose my top 3 that I would best like to write about. So I'm going to use knowledgeable, I'm going to use confident, and humble. And in the order in which I want to write about them, maybe knowledgeable first, confident second, and humble third. So now I've narrowed my criteria down. This will become my first body paragraph, my second body paragraph, and my third body paragraph if I were to turn this into an essay. Now we begin to express the main idea for the essay in one sentence and directly answering the prompt. So I'm going to use the Mr. Jeffrey way, and I'm going to start it with, this essay will be about. You should also write this. Anything I write, you write. We begin like this because we don't want to start with the most, well, it's great if we can come up with the perfect thesis the first try, but it simply just doesn't often work that way. It's a process of writing, so we're going to start like this. So what will this essay be about? This essay will be about what makes a good leader, and those qualities are someone who is knowledgeable, confident, and humble. Now I look back at that and I definitely need revision. So I'm going to revise this sentence until it controls my overall interpretation for my whole essay. So right away, I'm not going to erase anything. I'm going to take this out. I don't want to start my thesis statement ever like this. So can I say what makes a good leader? So let's take that out and capitalize the A. A good leader is someone who is knowledgeable, confident, and humble. But I want to avoid it reading like a list. So let me think about how I can phrase this. Never erasing, just rewriting. Since a good leader must have knowledge, comma, this person must also be confident, yet humble. And I'm going to read that back a few times, but I'm not satisfied. Since a good leader must have knowledge, this person must also be confident and humble. It doesn't sound that great, so I'm going to make some further changes and continue revising. So since a good leader, maybe instead of good I write strong. Since a strong leader must have knowledge, must be knowledgeable, sounds better. Since a strong leader must be knowledgeable, this person must also be confident when leading others, yet humble at the same time. Now I read this back. Since a strong leader must be knowledgeable, this person must also be confident when leading others, yet humble at the same time. This sounds pretty good for a thesis statement. It's focused. I know what I'm going to write in my first body paragraph. It'll be about a leader being knowledgeable. In my second body paragraph, I will talk about how confidence is important in leadership. And also the third body paragraph, being humble is also important. This sums up my thesis development. All I need to do is rewrite it and use it at the end of my first introduction paragraph. So good luck on the CAHSEE, you're going to do great.